Alright guys, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel. I'm Wolfe, and today we're going to be talking about Boulder, Colorado. And we're going to talk about the top 10 neighborhoods that live in Boulder, at least in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am going to start with a bit of a cheat. I'm going to throw out Gun Barrel, Colorado as one of the best places to live in. We'll call it number 11 for Boulder, Colorado. It is technically a separate town, but it's very, very close, and often people that live in Gun Barrel choose to take part in the Boulder lifestyle. You're going to get a little bit newer homes, a little bit larger homes, and you're going to get a little bit lower entry price. So I think Gun Barrel is an awesome place to target if you're newer to Boulder, not quite sure where you want to be, and you're a little more budget conscious. Gun Barrel is a great place to start. All right, coming at number 10, I'm going to say the Wonderland Lake area. So obviously, waterfront or water adjacent properties at a big premium here in Colorado in general, and the Wonderland Lake area in Boulder is going to be awesome. It's very scenic, very tranquil. You have great access to Boulder, though you're probably driving in to take advantage of the Hill or the Pearl Street areas, but man, if peace is at a premium for you, the Wonderland Lake area is going to be awesome. All right, and speaking of the Hill, that's gonna be number 9 for me. So it's gonna be a very eclectic place to live. Homespun bars, one location restaurants, very popular for students at the university to choose to make the Hill their home. So it's gonna be a little bit livelier than some of the other neighborhoods. If you like kind of living on the pulse and understanding the new young vibe that's coming through Boulder, especially that's associated with the university, I would say the Hill is an awesome place to choose to live. Or if you're kind of investment minded, want to have a steady swath of new renters coming through your investment property, the Hill is a great place to target for that as well. All right, so coming at number 8 here, we're gonna go with East Boulder. So East Boulder is gonna be a little bit more affordable than some of the other neighborhoods we're gonna talk about further down the list here. It's also gonna have great access to the highway. So if you commute to Denver for work, living in East Boulder can be a great convenience. So people who work remotely or commuting to Boulder proper also love living in East Boulder, but it's kind of a great thoroughfare for those of us that are kind of commuting into work or commute to the airport frequently. East Boulder is a great place to go, and obviously it's a little bit more affordable than some other parts in Boulder, so you get a perk there as well on affordability. All right, coming in at number 7 is going to be Martin Acres. I've really struggled to not put this higher on the list. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods in Boulder. Tons and tons of really awesome mid-century modern homes, great local parks, really strong local community. Martin Acres is an awesome place to live. It's one of the classic neighborhoods in Boulder. You really can't go wrong, especially if that mid-century modern aesthetic really appeals to you. All right, coming at number 6, we're gonna go with the Pearl Street neighborhood, or downtown Boulder we can call it. So Pearl Street itself is gonna have obviously just wall-to-wall bars, restaurants, cafes, cool local shops, buskers on the street doing street performances, the Boulder Theater is there. There's no end to the amount of entertainment and lifestyle benefits you can have from living on Pearl Street. Another real cool thing is there's gonna be lots of different types of homes. You have single family homes, you have townhouses, you have condos, all kind of very intermixed there, and great walkability to Pearl Street. And those are all going to offer very different living experiences and very different price points. So Pearl Street's one of the great neighborhoods in this list, and we can really access it from most any type of lifestyle or any type of budget can choose to consider Pearl Street as a place to make their home. All right, cracking the top 5 here, we're gonna go with Sobo or South Boulder. Somewhat newer neighborhood compared to some of the classic neighborhoods in Boulder, but it's still gonna have great tree-lined streets, great park access, a high amount of walkability, a little bit quieter than Pearl Street or the Hill, and it's gonna be an awesome place to go. So if you wanna start getting into some of the more classic Boulder neighborhoods, Sobo is a good thing to consider. All right, coming in at number 4, we're going with Mapleton Hill, and this is number 1 for a lot of people. It's got just it's just dripping with historic Boulder charm. Older homes, beautiful brick homes, really great tree-lined streets as you're driving through the neighborhood. Just tons of appeal for those of us that like a little bit of quiet but have great access to Boulder as well, to downtown Boulder and some more livelier neighborhoods. Mapleton Hill is consistently rated as one of the best places to live in the whole state, certainly in Boulder. You cannot go wrong if you choose to make Mapleton Hill your home. All right, at number 3 for me, we're going to go with North Boulder, or Nobo. Really cool, kind of, again, eclectic arts-focused neighborhood. They're also very, very close to that Wonderland Lake area, so if you want to have access to water, that's a great place to be. Again, kind of a newer neighborhood. You're going to have a higher chance of getting a newer build here, like a newer townhouse or a newer condo, but they have great classic Boulder homes as well. North Boulder is going to have a great mix. That's a really, really awesome place to take visitors, to go show them around the great parks. Really great view of the mountains. North Boulder is awesome. All right, we're getting towards the end of it here, guys. At number 2, we're gonna have Table Mesa. And again, this is another one, don't throw stones at me. A lot of people would put Table Mesa as number 1. Awesome walkability, great access to downtown. The Salinas Mountains are right there. Tons of access to lots and lots of trails, specifically Chautauqua Park is right there. Really great classic homes, really, really beautiful, big, large Boulder homes with the mountain views of the Flatirons. Table Mesa is drop dead gorgeous. All right, for me, for number 1, I'm gonna go with the Newlands neighborhood. Now, why did I choose it? I think it's got a little bit of everything, right? You got great walkability downtown. You have great access to Mount Sanitas. You have great access to walking trails. The neighborhoods are very tree-lined. Tends to be a little more quiet, a little more tranquil than you might see in other neighborhoods. But again, you have the walkability to go get into the heat of it if you want a little more livelier night in front of you. So I would say Newland neighborhood for me, just the way it threads the needle of having all the greatest experiences in Boulder right at your doorstep is what makes it number 1 for me. But a big secret, guys, there's no perfect neighborhood. It's about balancing all together. This is just my list, but I would love to explore a little bit more about what you're looking for, what appeals to you about Boulder, and try to line you up with the perfect neighborhood. So nothing's perfect. It's about lifestyle, it's about choice, and about having, really all the best options in front of you in Boulder. You can't really pick a bad neighborhood. So I love making these videos for you guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch it, guys. This was just my top 10 list. I would love to hear what your top neighborhoods in Boulder are. Did I do the order wrong? Did I just miss your top neighborhood altogether? What is your favorite place to live in Boulder, or what is the best place you're thinking of moving to in Boulder? Again, thanks for taking time to watch. I love making these videos for you, but I love connecting directly even more. Go ahead and take the time to give me a call, text, email, whatever works for you. Go ahead and leave a comment. I'll get back to you that way as well. Great chatting with you, and we'll talk again real soon.